guitars in hand, lights down low in gangland, cracking open a cold one, feeling the beat. Tonight's the night we won't accept defeat. Pixel battles rage, we're in the zone. Laughs and shouts, we found our home. Every match, we give our best. In this quest, we never rest. Side by side, we conquer the quest. With every win, we're feeling blessed. Enemies fall, our skills combine. In this realm, we truly shine. Get wrecked, nerds, it's game time. All the tricks, we're feeling fine. Platinum dreams, we're set to find. Going hard, we're trophies on the line. Raise your glasses, let's celebrate. Victory sweet, we dominate. Boss fights loom, but we stand tall. In this realm, we conquer all. Raise your glass, let's make a toast. In this battle, we boast the most. Level up, power through, we never fear. Victory's close, we can hear the cheer. From dusk till dawn, we play the game. For glory, honor, and a little fame. With every win, our spirits soar. Craving victory, always wanting more. Legends born in every fight. In the dark, we bring the light. Get wrecked, nerds, it's game time. All the tricks, we're feeling fine. Platinum dreams, we're set to find. Going hard, we're trophies on the line. Raise your glasses, let's celebrate. Victory sweet, we dominate. Blazing through battles, we light up the screen. Champions of chaos in every scene. Raising our cups as we conquer the screen. Get wrecked, nerds, it's more than a meme. From pixels to glory, we rise above. In this digital realm, we find our love. From highs and lows, we stand our ground. The gaming world, we're renowned. Get wrecked, nerds, it's game time. All the tricks, we're feeling fine. Platinum dreams, we're set to find. Going hard, we're trophies on the line. Raise your glasses, let's celebrate. Victory sweet, we dominate. Get wrecked, nerds, it's game time. All the tricks, we're feeling fine. Platinum dreams, we're set to find. Victory's ours, with gaming minds combined. We own the night. With every win, we feel the lights. Platinum dreams in our sights, we'll keep on fighting through the night. Get wrecked, nerds, it's a game of paradise. Every day we roll the dice, winning big, having fun. In this battle, we're number one. For another round, let's celebrate. In this game, we dominate. Trophies gleam, drinks in hand. Together we conquer, we make our stand. When victory calls, we heed the sound. This digital world, glory bound. So every game, a new and fun. Get wrecked, nerds, you know who you are. Get wrecked, nerds, it's game time. All the tricks, we're feeling fine. Platinum dreams, we're set to find. Going hard, we're trophies on the line. Raise your glasses, let's celebrate. Victory sweet, we dominate. Victories, we dominate. Victory's ours, we dominate.
Let's fucking go. What's up, Smallville? How are you, man? I'm okay. How are you? Good. Went to the comic store today. Got some sweet fucking deals.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the Army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Did you see the picture I made? Yeah, I'm slapping those. I got that Star Wars. I got the point one. The point one is the first appearance of Kamala Khan, and then the Spider-Man's the first appearance of Madam Web. All of those are like the Star Wars is like a $300 comic. The Madam Web and the Kamala are like a $100 comic, and I got all three of them for $80, not each together. $80 for all three. So I got a fucking steal. They're all being slabbed. In fact, one of them's in the press right now. Yeah, I got a really fucking nasty deal. The Star Wars looks like it's missing the corner. I don't know. Let me check. No, the corner's there. It's just crumpled. If I'm being honest, like, I'm going to clean and press it. We'll be lucky to get a 7.5, maybe an 8. But still, an 8.0 on Star Wars #1 is still a $400 comic. And even if I get a bad grade, like a 6 or something like that, the price I paid for it, I can easily flip that. And it's still a Star Wars #1. I already have a Star Wars #1 on the wall right now, and it's a 7.5, so I have 2 now, and definitely that's going to be an easy flip and sell. Easy. For that price, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what condition it's in. Just fucking buy it. And then, did you see the, I made steak Alfredo for dinner tonight. Actually, wasn't that bad. I probably could have seasoned the steak a little bit better. And my skillet wasn't as hot as I wanted it to be. That's the thing with, like, these things getting hot. Like, I love our new pots and pans, but they don't really get super hot. Like, I almost, like, if I'm gonna sear, like, I need to pull out the cast iron. The cast iron just holds that heat so much better. Yeah, it was pretty good. It ended up pretty good. We didn't use fettuccine because Sally wanted angel hair pasta. So we used angel hair.
I want to make What's with that getup of yours anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, Mrs. Science teaching, Mrs. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy. Coroner says it's gonna take at least a week to get an ID.
Come to California to see a friend of those.
So you can do a boil.
I'll be the front end and you can be yourself. Everybody in this town is nuts.
You can drive. Seem distracted.
We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hunk.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages, the odds for and against lightning striking.
Yeah, I want to do a boil soon. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna have to do to get a boil going. Six more days until Deadpool? No, we got 2 weeks.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks. Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another. Optimistic, Cole.
Alright, we have 5 trophies in this DLC case to do.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills, falls asleep in the tub, rest in peace, case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one. Looks like barbiturates.
Hmm.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing? We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster. assignment. It's a place to start. This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
The Secret Wars 2, you don't really see that in a while a lot. I see the number 1 more than I... Yep, the number 2 was the last one I was missing. Now I have the full set.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
That Batman Detective, its only significance is because that whole storyline, there's four comics back to back, and it's early Todd McFarlane. So it's early Todd McFarlane art, and it's like the only time Todd McFarlane did anything for DC and Batman. That's why it's a good find. I got it for $2 and it's a $35 comic. So
Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
The neck is bruised pretty badly.
The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
It spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the Surretts. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find 2 guys who recently bought Surretts and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her? This photo? Something else.
Yes.
motherfucker.
Miss Julie was...
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson. I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia was obviously disturbed about
Oh
something.
my God, Poe.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
What is wrong with you?
You've seen the pillbox, the things she hid in there. I don't know how she supported herself. Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star. A princess. Does modeling really pay that well?
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
Did the
Sorry,
mushrooms make you forget
I
how
don't
to
know.
chat?
He said he lives in San Francisco.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
I think our work is done here.
Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Maybe. But I love Dust Up.
You're behind the wheel.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing off his lunch.
The AI just crashed.
Well, hello.
I don't mind that
What can
you're
I help you
talking,
with today?
So long as you don't mind that I'm not listening. I recognize that guy from the
LAPD,
papers.
ma'am.
He's a cop.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning. How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather? These gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you. How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about him.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business.
He wants a
and Julia
pet?
have
No, he
been friends
doesn't.
For years.
He wants me to turn on the fucking faucet.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now.
Oh my
Miss
gosh,
Swanson.
all of
Could you
these
ask
ones
your
do this,
fiancé
and
to
it
visit
drives me
Hollywood
nuts.
Police Station?
Like, get the fuck
It would
out
be
of the
very
sink.
helpful to our inquiry.
What is the
Now,
obsession
wait a
with the
moment.
sink?
I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
They sell a bowl that's a faucet for cats. We have that for both of them. And they just don't, I don't know what the obsession with the fucking sink is. It's the same fucking water.
Can you drive to this one?
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
This looks like it's a long-ass DLC case.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Your investigation is much more important than mine.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Ms. Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch. Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Having bow tie pasta. Ooh.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
You're behind the wheel.
Have you noticed how Croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
All right, I think I'm gonna go make a drink because I haven't had a drink yet. I've been finishing my glass of wine from dinner, and it is now empty. Evening, detective. How are you? Did I overhear earlier that it is your birthday today?
My wife is so dumb, she stares at orange juice for hours. Well, it does say concentrate on the carton.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 Syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door.
Yep, 2 a.m.
Let me know
here
how
now,
you get
so
on.
officially
Sure,
29.
Thanks
Happy
for
birthday.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Ooh, let's take the fire truck.
Fine. But if the skipper sees us driving around in this, we're dead.
Fine. Just wanted to start it up.
You know the way. You can drive.
You gotta be kidding me. We're driving this?
Yep. We're driving the big red fire truck. Fuck off. What the fuck, dude?
That's the cop from the newspaper.
Take it out.
Outrageous.
Alright, I'm gonna go get that drink. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. And we're gonna get a shot for Drama Dreams. I fucked up. I fucked up. I'm looking at the fucking wrong fucking piece of shit. Who are you accusing me of, you motherfucker? I like the way he says that. You motherfucker. You'll regret this, Papa. Bam! There we go. Plat. Plat, plat, plat. Plat, plat, plat. The little putty. The putty goes. Boom, bitch! Platinum. Can't wait for the spin-offs. Just waiting for the perfect moment to drop some shit bombs and jokes. Gotta keep an eye on your news, right? So exhausted. Finally getting to make anything. Oh, I'm good, Sally. Thank you very much. Poe needs love, obviously. Look at him.
Oh. Oh, oh, oh. She totally Kamehameha'd me. Fuck, Goku. Holy shit. Oh, are you fucking kidding? What? No. No. We're
Okay.
not going out like that.
Okay.
Hopefully it didn't.
All right. Before we get back to the game, let me get settled in real quick. Okay. I got myself a drink and draw my dreams. Red Jack, this is for you. Happy birthday. Oh. Oh man, I haven't done shots in a long time. At least it was a good whiskey. It's actually an Irish whiskey. We could get some beers and do 29 shots of beers because you're turning 29. It would have to be a beer, though. I can't do that with real alcohol. I'll fucking die. It'd have to be beer. Like a light beer, too. They did that in Letterkenny. Remember that the beer shot contest? Like 100 shots of beer. Nah, man. Even Pucker, man. After 29 shots, I don't care. You're still gonna hit the floor. You know.
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but like,
I say we
we're talking about 29 shots. That's probably 2 bottles of Pucker. You know what I mean? Like, you're still gonna hit the fucking floor.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Burrow.
Hey, Reverse Robin Hood. What's up, Shay Shay? How are you?
It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julie.
I think on average, hold on, you know what? We're gonna ask ChatGPT. How many shots are there in an average fifth? A fifth of liquor, which is typically 750 milliliters, contains approximately 25.4 fluid ounces. A standard shot is typically 1.5 fluid ounces.
If that's all,
To
Heather's
find out how
distraught.
many shots are in
I
a
probably
fifth,
need
you
to
can
get home.
divide the fluid. I don't really want to know how to do the math. Just do the fucking math for me. So there are approximately 17 shots in a single fifth of liquor. So, like I said, nearly 2 bottles of fucking Pucker to get to 29. You're going to be on the fucking floor. You're going to be on the fucking floor. I'm good. How are you? I'm good, man. We made steak Alfredo for dinner tonight, and it was very good. I had a steak that was this big, but it wasn't thick enough to like do anything with. So I was like, I had this big fucking steak, so I grilled it up, and
That's all. Heather's distraught. I probably need to get home.
don't poison yourself on my account. Okay, let's check this out. Okay. How many beers would be 29 shots?
If that's all, Heather's distraught. I probably need to get home.
$29 shots is apparently equal to 3.63 12-ounce beers. Totally, 3 beers. 3.5 beers. To do it with shots. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's totally doable. I really need to delete some of these clips of nothing. Who did 29 shots? No, we're discussing because it's Red Jack's birthday. He's turning 29, and so we were like, oh, we need to do. And I just did a shot for him.
If that's all, Heather's distraught.
And we were discussing the math and how sick you would be if you actually tried to do 29 shots. Is that just pure volume of liquid or alcohol content? That's pure volume of liquid is 3.5 beers. The first time I asked it, it told me alcohol content. And it said, if you're basing it off alcohol content to get the same thing, you'd actually have to drink 29 beers. At a 5%. I don't know who can fucking do that.
Heather's distraught.
Just delete a whole 30-pack by themselves.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck on the shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
Andre the Giant, probably. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
Heather won't have to know. Yes.
Stone Cold.
We had relations.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Andre's record, I believe, was 151 beers in one sitting. Jeez!
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson.
I mean, I believe it. He's a big man.
Easy on, detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Can you imagine the bill if that was at a bar? Yeah.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. Thought you could get something from this guy. She
was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Andre had to use the tub in Japan to use the toilet. It would take a lot to get a good buzz going for that poor bastard. Yeah. And then imagine if he was like a regular drinker, so he had a good tolerance too on top of it.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
I think I'm supposed to doubt this one.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said,
Tell
I've
me
never
more about
heard
that
of
steak
this LeBlanc
Alfredo
guy.
if there was more to tell. I put pictures of it in
Heather
Discord,
told us that
Shay.
you were in fashion.
It was actually very good.
That's right.
I want to make homicide. He's got it made. Get that far.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
If anything, I'm really bad at under seasoning. So the steak probably could have been seasoned a little bit better. And I didn't make everything all at the same time. I should have been working on the steak while I was making the pasta, but I made the steak beforehand and I put it in the oven to let it keep it warm. And then I had to cut it, and by the time I cut it all up, it was cold. So it was good. It was good, but probably like the timing of when I did things probably could have been better. I've never done it before, but I've never had like it was super tender. Yeah, it was super tender. And remember, this steak was like this fucking big, but it was thin. It was a really thin steak, so you can't really do much with a thin steak. If you're going to eat a steak as a steak, that steak needs to be at least an inch thick. At least. Preferably an inch and a half, but at least an inch thick. My God, I'm coming to your house for dinner sometime. It was good. Extra thick. Yes, the thicker the better. The thicker the better. And then I'm gonna make I'm probably gonna make chicken parm sometime later this week. So I'll post pictures of that. And then I think I was gonna make chicken parm tomorrow. But I just made so much pasta. I don't want to make a bunch of pasta again. So, hopefully that's enough to have like a pretty good amount of lunches for work for the week. So I have to figure out what I'm gonna make tomorrow. But I think you know, I might do it. No, I don't have any mozzarella, so I can't do it. But I could. If I go to the store and get some mozzarella, I could probably make a homemade pizza. Like, I make the dough and everything from scratch. I haven't done that in a while. It's just because it's a pain in the ass. My fucking hands hurt by the time I'm done rolling this fucking dough for an hour. You putting breadcrumbs on the chicken? Yep, I'm gonna mix Parmesan cheese with panko breadcrumbs and then seasoning. And I do not use an egg at all to make it stick. I do not use an egg. I use butter. I use melted butter as the glue for the breadcrumbs. I mean, I could make a pizza. It just takes a very long time to make. Colbert is very, very needy today. No, I don't want you on my lap. No. I don't want you on my lap. No. 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 That meatloaf makes it look so delicious too. It is good. It is gluten free and keto friendly, because I do not use breadcrumbs as to hold it together. I use cheese. Okay, Poe. Come on, get out of here.
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my... You were in the Marines? Sure. I'm proud of it.
You need to have a cookbook as
You were in
well.
the 6th
I have a
Marines,
cookbook.
Yes. I was a captain. Which company? Various companies. We had a lot of casualties. Which engagements? Okinawa.
Not like published, but yeah, I have a cookbook.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Publish it on Buy That Shit Easy. Yeah. So I have a zombie, like it's like a end of the world zombie holographic little book, right, upstairs, and it's empty. It's a notebook. Well, not like a notebook, but it's hardcover. Like it's a nice notebook, so it's like a hardcover. And it's empty, and it's supposed to be for you to like have notes and do whatever. But I made that my cookbook, and so all of my recipes are in it, which is really only about like 15 or 20, I think. There's a lot of stuff like my bira recipe. It's not really my recipe. I've tried it 2 different ways now, using 2 different recipes. So now, like, I know enough about how to make it that next time I make it, I'll probably make it on my own without a recipe and kind of come up with my own thing, if that makes sense. Drink up. I want to hear more stories. Okay. I have to tail this guy in the vehicle. I have to do this successfully the first time in order to get the trophy. Failing it will mean you have to restart the case from the beginning or quit to the main menu. So we'll probably quit to the main menu because I'm sure we're going to fail. Just drive at a fair distance from him and make sure you do not honk your horn, activate your siren, or crash into anyone bad enough to where it causes the tail to fail. The tailing sequence will continue on foot after a cutscene. Oh, wonderful. Unlike the previous case's tailing sequence, you are allowed to go into incognito or hide behind cover. If you can, make it much easier. After the cutscene, you will get the trophy and Roy will hand you a cigarette case. Okay.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
I'm doing some of my own cooking tonight. What are you making?
Easy, Cole. Better back it off.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Chicken breast coated in fried onions and fried jalapenos? What the fuck, like a breading? That sounds good. Ooh, I'm gonna have to try that. That's a good idea. Why is New Dude picking on me? I will post pictures in the Discord when it's out of the oven. I mean, the fried jalapenos will give it the spice, and the fried onions will give it the sweet. So it'll be like sweet and spicy. Do you like crumble them up? Oh God, it sounds so good. I'm gonna have to try that. Yeah, that sounds good. Sally, we're gonna have to try that.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa. He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money.
Okay, this is we're on foot. Man, it must be such a fucking kick in the teeth to see someone lying about serving. I mean, yeah. But I'm also like I'm proud of my service, but I'm also not one of those people that's like so proud of my service that I fly an American flag out of my fucking porch 365. You know what I mean? So like I'm proud of my service and I like to help out veterans and do like veteran things. But like I'm also like I'm not drinking at the fucking the Legion, you know what I mean? and reminiscing war stories. I crush up the jalapenos and onions in a bag with a bit of flour, dip the chicken in egg, then in the crumbs, bake at 350 for 35 minutes. Gotta get it. Poe Bear! Shut the fuck up! Alright, I gotta follow this guy on foot now.
Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Shut up! Yes, you.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
What are you doing? From the paper. It's all that big cake.
Fuck! Poor guy, he's like, fuck you, Dad, I'm me up, I want to. He's like literally standing at the top of the stairs just crying. He's been fed. Okay? Not only has he been fed, I gave him a fat fucking piece of steak. And he ate all that steak. He's just being super needy today. So we gotta do this whole tale without getting seen. Poe!
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is
Oh
off his
god,
chest.
man, they send you all the way back the fuck here.
I was door knocking all morning, but I gotta make him call.
Poe! Poe! Come here.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps.
Come here.
This is Detective Earl. Thanks
Come
for coming in. Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julie.
Is this what you want? Do you want to be cuddled? No, you see, he wants to run away. No, he thinks I'm putting out treats. They both came. They both came running. They think I'm putting out treats. Get the fuck out of here.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally models.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck on the shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get something from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. Do you think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed him.
I don't think there is a 6th Marines.
Can you pass this on to Bukowski?
I mean, I don't know. I wasn't in the Marines, but I don't.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
I don't think there's a
You also have
6th
R&I
Marines.
run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer. Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Do the lights actually change, or do people just fucking drive when they want to? I'm back in the picture in their food section. I mean, alright, those look fucking good. Yeah. Those could get it. Those could get it. And you say you baked them at 350? Jalapenos are not spicy, Smallville. Anybody that thinks a jalapeno is spicy is a little bitch. Jalapenos are like the lowest of the low on the fucking spice chart. 350. Yeah, so 350. You did low and slow, so they're probably really moist then, right? They're probably really moist. No, those look good. Those look super good. Oh yeah, yeah. Moist. Moist. I'm gonna say that one more time to offend everybody that it offends. Moist. They drive when they want to drive like in real life, right? What's up, Bruce?
Too close, Phelps. Way too close. What are you doing?
I accidentally turned on the fucking alarm. God damn it. I'm not gonna lie, guys. If you ever watch like those cooking videos on like Instagram or whatever, no matter what they make, they pull whatever the meat out of the oven, the smoker, and that part at the very end where they cut it open and they show you what the inside looks like, and then they put their hand on it and they press down and all that juice comes out. I'm just like, oh, it's so. I'm like, oh god, that looks fucking good. Moist.
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
You know what I'm talking about, and you can't lie. It looks fucking delicious. Ugh. Fish is on a full-blown food horn right now. I mean, I'm fat for a reason. I like food. I like it a lot.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
I recognize that guy from the papers. He's a cop.
I hate watching them at night because you just get hungry. You know what I do? Like, I end up watching them. I see a lot of them when I'm on my lunch break. I'm just like flipping through them, and I'm just like, oh my god, all this food looks so good, and that's where I get like a lot of ideas for for recipes too.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl.
I follow a lot of people who cook.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do.
It's pretty much all my Instagram is I'm following people who cook.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck on the shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know.
I am gonna try to do.
Yes.
Maybe.
We had relations.
Maybe next weekend. I have the day off work the day that Deadpool and Wolverine comes out, so we can go. You know what? No, I won't cook that day because we're probably gonna want to go out and have a nice dinner. We'll probably go to Three Kings. Three Kings is kind of like our before the movie spot that we go to.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Maybe Sunday.
Could've been.
Maybe next
I
Sunday.
wasn't privy to all the details.
I think I'm gonna try to do a boil. I think I'm gonna try to do a boil. Maybe do a lobster boil. A clam boil? Ew. Fuck no. I don't like clams. Clams are nasty. Clams, oysters. I don't like clams and oysters. I try. They have a funny taste to me.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a
Seafood
man
boil,
named
lobster,
Henderson.
crab, shrimp. That's what I'm
You know
thinking.
what I'm talking about.
Maybe a
Easy
whole
on,
crab, a
detective.
whole
I mean,
lobster,
I've heard of
and a
Henderson,
bunch
but I
of
don't know
it's a
his
bunch
full
of jumbo
name.
shrimp.
I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Although I feel like that's a lot of food that won't keep. If I just try to make it for me and Sally, that might be a better thing to do if we have company. Or it could be a small boil, I guess. You know, it doesn't need to be lobster and crab, maybe just lobster and some shrimp. You know what I mean? I just don't like leftovers of seafood because seafood leftovers is not super great. With potatoes and sausage and hot dogs, no, but we can definitely get some good sausage if we go. We have a butcher that specializes in sausage that we can go to and get some sausage. That'd be really
Okay,
good.
got it. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could get something from this guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Ah, no.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
But I've never made a boil before. That's the thing. Like, I've never made one before. I don't. It doesn't. I've read up enough on this now where it does not seem like it's very hard to do.
That's right.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know.
Yeah, it seems very easy.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
And so
Once I got out of the
I
Corps,
kind of want to like.
You were in the Marines?
Sure.
There's got to be
Proud of
something I can add to
Fighting
it
Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
that's different. You know what I
Various
mean?
Companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
I'm thinking lobster,
A couple of other places.
shrimp,
That would be
potatoes, sausage,
Very helpful.
egg, like a hard-boiled egg, corn
That
on the
son of a
cob.
bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his
Maybe a
records.
pepper.
I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have him get in touch via KGPL.
Like a poblano pepper, maybe, would be really good. No egg? You don't like the hard-boiled egg? Or the soft-boiled egg that's in it? Stop at the grocery list and read my shit? Hello, it is I, King Dingaling. You may now touch thy tip gingerly. I bid you good day. Shut the fuck up, Dirty.
He was squirming like a worm in there.
They need some serious loving, and they don't want it from me.
Yeah, Bull, you don't want to give him loving.
I've tried to give Poe loving. He didn't want to do anything. But thank you for making me a Manhattan. Is this the Long Branch?
Yeah, it's the Long Branch.
Ooh, Sally made me a Manhattan, guys. Fuck me, that's good. God damn. I have a short branch, you know what I'm saying? Pepper and a full onion. Yeah, I'd probably like quarter the onion though. Not like throw a whole fucking onion in there, but probably like quarter it. A pepper. I'm thinking like not green peppers, but like maybe like a poblano pepper. A poblano pepper's got a little bit of a bite to it. I feel like it would really contribute to the spice from the Cajun seasoning. And poblano peppers, I don't know if you've ever had them. They're full of flavor. They're really good flavor. They're about the size of a jumbo jalapeno. That would be pretty good. What else could you put in a boil?
You put corn, potatoes, sausage, and some other vegetable.
Yeah, well, that's what, like, what can we add that would be, I was thinking sausage, lobster, potatoes, maybe
any kind of shellfish, like clams, mussels, shrimp.
Corn.
Corn would be something you definitely put in boil.
An onion, a poblano pepper, an egg.
Potatoes usually go in a boil.
Yeah.
Sausage as well.
But what would be something, like, different that you wouldn't normally see in one that might actually go good with it? I was thinking like a pepper. Like a poblano pepper.
I'm going through all this stuff in my head. A squash.
Ooh, zucchini though. You don't think so?
You can't cut it up. You have to cook the whole thing.
You could cut it in half.
Things get too soft in there. Like the potatoes are whole potatoes. They're tiny.
Yeah, it would get too soft and soggy.
Yeah. That's why you gotta pick particular things.
I'm thinking about making a boil next Sunday.
I know you've been thinking about a boil for a while. Even though you don't really care for fish.
I'm just gonna make lobster and shrimp.
The only time you've liked lobster is when it's been smoked, and you've never liked shrimp.
I liked the shrimp that we had out of the boil that we had at that one place. It was good.
Just, unless you're a shrimp cooking master, I don't know if you're going to like your own shrimp.
Well, that's why I'm gonna try it.
I wish you luck.
And then make notes.
I'm here to eat your shrimp if you're not eating.
I love how Sally went a little Irish when she said potatoes. She said potatoes. Poblano peppers are so good. They are. I feel like they're super underrated. A lot of people don't know about them. They're so good. They're 100%. They can do everything that a green pepper can do, but more, and they taste better. They have way more flavor. I don't know about green peppers for the rest of y'all, but green peppers just taste like water to me. I do not taste any flavor in a green pepper unless it's cooked like a certain way. Get crawfish. Crawfish would be cool, but I don't know where to buy that. A banana in a boil? No. Get crawfish instead of lobster? I don't even know how to eat those. I don't know where to buy a crawfish, but I can tell you if I went down to our creek over here, I bet you I could catch some live ones. I don't know if those are the same ones that you fucking put in a boil, but I bet you I can catch some live ones. I never used to eat them, but there used to be, back when I was a kid, there was an old man, and he did, the water's probably fucking nasty. I don't know. But there was an old man when I was a kid. He liked crawfish, and when we would go down into the creeks and we would catch crawfish and shit like that, he would pay us. He would pay us like $20. And when you're a kid, $20 is a lot, but he would pay us like $20 to come back with a bucket and fucking full of crawfish that we found in the creek, and he would fucking cook them up and eat them. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't want to eat that shit, but that guy used to do it, so I don't know. Which desk is this? I am on the Vice desk. The Vice desk.
Don't you love it when
Oh,
they pull the
fuck
war
me.
hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
And I'm doing this super difficult part now. This is like my 4th time trying it. I'm trying to tail this guy without being caught.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
We sell crawfish 50 cents a piece, but you live on the East Coast. The seafood is really, really cheap for you out there. And also, is there a difference between saltwater crawfish and freshwater crawfish? Because I don't know. I really don't know. But the ones that we have is freshwater. It's not saltwater. Do they taste different? Because some of these fuckers get big, man. They get big. Oh, we've been talking about food for the past 30 fucking minutes. Just come visit me. My sister runs a seafood plant. We can make whatever you want. I do have to say, like, that's one of the things I do miss about LA. I'm not a super fan of seafood to begin with. I don't really like seafood. I do like crab. I've always loved crab. I like lobster, but I haven't had it very often. I'm not a particularly a fan of shrimp unless it's cooked in certain ways. I don't like oysters. I don't like clams. I don't know if I've ever had a scallop. I don't think I've ever had a scallop. I've tried crawfish, but only like a crawfish po' boy, so I haven't actually had it in the shell. I like salmon, but then like a lot of fish, I don't really super like. Catfish is good, but like crappie, I do not like. I don't like tilapia. There's a lot of different kinds of fish that I'm not a super big fan of. I don't really like seafood very much, but I have to say, in LA, the fresh seafood, the seafood hits different. It just hits different. We can go to like a nice sushi restaurant around here, and it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it doesn't hit the same. It does not hit the same as a sushi restaurant in fucking Los Angeles. And that's because all of our sushi restaurants here are like fucking tuna and fucking trout. Probably because they can catch that fucking trout in some fucking river somewhere. right? I don't know. And tuna, I'm sure it gets imported, whatever. But like, so many different kinds of fish, like trout and tuna, you can get out on the coasts that you can't get. Not to mention, a lot of the sushi restaurants here, when you get sushi that has crab in it, which is very good. I love crab in my sushi because I don't really like fish. I like crab, so I like crab in my sushi. You don't know how many places around here, when you order sushi and it says it has crab in it, and then if you go down and you read the fucking fine print, it's imitation crab. It's not even real fucking crab. It's disgusting. How do you have the nerve to serve that to people and call it sushi? It's disgusting. Imitation crab is not fucking good. What the fuck is even imitation crab? It's like a fake meat. It's like a fake meat that tastes like crab, but it's not really crab. I used to eat it a lot when I was way back in the day when I was bodybuilding, because it's just good. Like it looks like a beef stick, but it's crab meat, right? But it's imitation crab, so it's not real crab. It's like a vegetarian protein bar, seafood protein thing, I guess. I used to smash those all the time back when I was bodybuilding, just for protein. Just like, because I could smash them. They were low cal, and it was pure protein. But they did not taste good. And the fact that they serve that shit in sushi here in the Midwest is just not acceptable. It's not fucking acceptable whatsoever. And try to tell you that it's fucking crab. And you know what's even worse is that if you don't read the fine print, you wouldn't even know that. And so I bet half the fucking, there's so many people going to these fucking sushi restaurants around here that don't even know that they ain't even eating real crab. It's fucking horseshit. Wait, you were a bodybuilder too? No, I was not a bodybuilder. When I was in the service, when I was overseas, I spent 6 hours a day in the gym. Because basically I had nothing to do. I did my guard for 3 or 4 hours a day. I was in the gym 5 to 6 hours a day. And then I slept. And I did the same thing over and over again for like 2 years. So that's when I was bodybuilding. And so when I came back from Iraq, I was just, you know. So I wasn't a bodybuilder, but I was doing like bodybuilding. I encourage you, all of you, if you do not live near a coast, when you order sushi and it says that it has crab, ask if it's real crab. If it's not,
where are you taking us?
Do not pay for it. It's disgusting and not worth the money. I do not know what a dogfish is, no. Nope, I've never even fucking heard of a dogfish. It's a shark? I like sharks. I don't want to eat a shark, I like sharks.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
It's like it's one of those things. Like, so I'm in a Reddit thread about smoking meats, where I get like cooking ideas and blah blah blah. I talk to other people about cooking, and in this thread, there I didn't know this was a thing, but like in the southern United States, like for the 4th of July, they don't make brisket. They don't make fucking pork belly or pulled pork and all this stuff. In the southern US, dude, they make smoked gators. They'll have like a fucking 4-foot long gator and they'll smoke this thing. And apparently you can just go to your butcher and a butcher will have a gator for you to get. Like, instead of a whole hog, you can get a whole gator. And they're like, they'll put like pictures in there and like the gator, the head, apparently you don't eat the head, but the head still got the skin on it. The rest of it is completely skinned, right? And they tuck the legs under the breast and under the abdomen so that way the legs stay moist, the leg meat. But then they fillet the tail, right? And so the tail is like filleted open, and they put like butter and potatoes and all this other stuff in there, and they smoke that. Apparently the tail is like the prime meat. The prime meat is the tail. And they smoke this whole gator. And I'm like, bro, I've never had one before. I'd be willing to try it if I traveled, but I don't know if I'd want to buy that myself. It's hardcore as fuck. Yeah, dude, they have like fucking full gators, like smoked gators. And I'm like, I don't know, but I'd try it. All right, hold on. I'm just... No. Look at this. This is in the Reddit thread that I'm in about smoking meats. Yeah, you can just order it from, apparently you can just order it from the grocery store. And what they were saying, that even if it's not Florida, like some places in Chicago, like if you just go to the butcher and say, hey, I want to get a gator, they actually have some. They get a couple in. You have to ask for it, and they'll get it for you. I didn't know that. Like this guy, he wrapped his gator in bacon to keep it moist. This is a thing. This is a thing. Orange slices and bacon. And look, the tail is filled with like cheese and potatoes and stuff. I kind of want to try it. Wait, what? Did you see they tried to assassinate Trump? What? Oh shit. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I like this picture that the Secret Service is trying to drag him off the stage. He's got blood on his face and he's just like, fuck yeah, I'm still here, bitch. Wow, I can't, dude. It's about to get fucking real crazy here in America. Especially if I mean, they don't even need to prove that it was linked to anything else, but they could just say that it was, and it's gonna stir up some shit. Well, yeah. So with the latest breaking news that Dirty just informed me of, politics in the United States are about to get really fucking crazy. Really fucking quick for the next leading up to the election. Well, I mean, let's be honest. If they don't assassinate Trump, there's no way Biden's winning. Motherfucker doesn't even know what room he's in half the time. He called President Zelensky President Putin. He's fighting against Putin. What was the one dirty you sent me the other day? Like, he called somebody an intellectual wigger. A wigger? The sad part is that we're the fucking United States of America. And these two fucking old dudes arguing about their diapers and their golf game and their handicap on their golf game is the best that we can fucking come up with. It's fucking sad. Fucking sad. This is what we got. These old people need to fucking die and let like a 43-year-old president come in here. There really needs to be an age limit on politicians. There doesn't even need to be an age limit. There needs to be a term limit. That's why they don't want to do it. The term limit. 2 terms. You're out. Done. The funniest thing Biden said something on Trump was, I have no idea what he was talking about.
He needs money and fast.
That's the picture, Dirty. That's the picture. He's like, fuck yeah, I'm still here.
Get in there and find out what he wants. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money.
I need this on a shirt that says
risk
"Miss me,
losing the trail.
bitch."
Huff it, Phelps.
I'm gonna send that to my boss right now. He's gonna love it. My boss said I'm making those t-shirts right fucking now. They got the shooter? Yeah, it looks like they got the shooter. This is breaking news, guys. This is fucking breaking news. I'm gonna pull up a newscast to see if I can pull something up on it. Because this is
but it's very clear that there's all sorts of conspiracy theories going around right now.
Steve, we heard from Homeland Security Secretary who is saying that the department is taking every possible measure to ensure the safety of President Biden, Trump and their respective campaigns. He said maintaining the security of the presidential candidates and their campaign events is one of our department's most vital priorities. Given that they are saying that and that we've seen this assassination attempt, there must have been some security failure at some point. I know the shooter we've heard was not inside of the event, they were outside of the event, but no doubt as a result of this, there will be changes in the security
This
around
isn't even American news. This is Australia news.
nominees.
Don't watch American news
Well,
right now.
there may be a request for Donald Trump to change the way he does these rallies in these open spaces. there's always a risk. You never can be 100% certain, but from the initial indications is that the gunman had a rifle. This is unconfirmed information, and was about 120, 150 meters away on sort of the roof of a building. I've been out at these rallies with President Trump when he was president, and with President Biden, and when they were on the campaign trail 4 years ago. Security is extremely tight. There are all sorts of sweeps of the venue and the surrounding spaces that go on for hours and days before this event. And yeah, where there was definitely a security failure is this was not something that happened inside the venue where they were screening the people, but from outside. But obviously someone who had a close enough and accurate shot.
I mean, it's not even political, but this is
the former president. And
this is
unfortunately,
big news.
we know that one spectator has died who was shot, and 2 others are reported to be in critical condition.
Like, if you don't think that our
Steve
election
Herman from Voice of America.
and the
Thank
state
you
of our
very much for
country
your
is
time
about
this
to be
evening.
severely changed from this,
And I will just mention that we are expecting
It
to
is.
hear from Anthony Albanese, from the Prime Minister, who has already released a statement in response to this assassination attempt in Pennsylvania, but he's due to speak in Canberra at some point. We did have a live shot of the media setting up for that event, but that's gone for now, but we are expecting it to happen at any moment, so we'll bring you those comments.
Yeah, from the Blue Room in Parliament House, meaning a very important comment from the Prime Minister and from the head of government, the Prime Minister has described the incident as concerning and confronting. In a statement earlier, Anthony Albanese says the incident at former President Trump's campaign event in Pennsylvania today is concerning and confronting. There is no place for violence in the democratic process. Prime Minister Albanese also expressed relief that former President Trump is safe.
We've also heard this morning from the ambassador to the United States, Kevin Rudd, saying all...
We were watching Australian news, not American news, because American news is going to be, no matter what way you look at it, it's going to be super lopsided. I would probably take your reports from BBC. For the sake of every minority in the States, I hope to God the shooter was a white guy, because if not, all these MAGA psychopaths are going to go lynching. I know. My buddy just said 34 felonies, 3 baby mamas, and now a gunshot victim. He got more street cred than all of y'all. I'm sending that to my boss too. Yeah, I mean, it's sad that someone died, but like... All right, sorry that we're on fucking politics, guys, but this is actually wicked big news. Just saving this fucking meme. I'm like literally chatting with my boss now, like, cause. All right, we're done. We're getting back to the game. They said the shooter was yeah, it looked like it was like he didn't even go into the thing, like he was straight up like outside of the conference and he was trying to snipe him. Must have been a 50 caliber? No, Smallville. Not so. If it was a 50 caliber, it wouldn't have grazed his ear. The sheer force of a 50 caliber sniper rifle, you don't even need to hit them. The sheer force from the 50 cal, if it grazed your ear, you'd still be missing half your face because of the fucking sonic boom effect from a 50 cal. So it was definitely not a 50 cal. That was probably maybe like a 22 hunting rifle. Maybe. Maybe even smaller. There was definitely something you used to hunt deer or something. You know what I mean? But 120 feet away, maybe it was a good shot. Yeah, 100, that's not that far. It's not that far. So when we're in the Army, we have to do rifle qualification training. And Dirty, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the furthest target away that we have to shoot is 350 meters? Or is it 300 meters? 350? Yeah, it's 300. The furthest target that we have to shoot is 350 meters. The easiest targets that we hit pretty fucking consistently, like you have to be a piece of shit to not hit them, is the 100-meter targets. So 100 to 120 meters is not far. That's a very easy hit. It's a very easy hit. Yeah, I mean, I saw it. Yeah. Well,
I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
It's going to be an interesting few months. I didn't see anything, but I haven't done a lot of research yet. I'll probably dig into this tomorrow. check Messenger when you get a slow moment. And with that, I'm heading to bed. Talk later, guys. All right, talk to you later, man. Happy birthday. Oh, guys, I can't believe this is the state of America. Best of luck to all the Americans over the next few months. Like, you don't understand, like how. Let's say that this assassination attempt was successful, which it should have been. The guy's just a bad shot, so it's probably just a disgruntled liberal that doesn't know how to actually use a gun. That's not a hard shot to make. It really isn't. We were mere inches away from a civil war. And we still might be. Like, that's what's scary about it. Like, that it's come to that. Like, that's truly fucking terrifying. It's crazy. I didn't even know, Dirty. Thank you for informing me. I'm sure I would have heard about it Monday morning if you hadn't have told me, because I listened to the news on the way to work. But yeah, I mean, I don't like to talk politics. And that's mostly because, like, I don't agree with Republicans and I don't agree with Democrats. It depends on what the issue is. I'm a fence rider depending on whatever it is. So sometimes, you know, I agree on different things. And I don't want people to, like, my family does not talk to each other anymore because of politics. And it's fucking stupid. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to do all that. But this isn't a politics thing. This is just pure news. Like, I don't know what it means for what's going to happen, but shit's going to happen. And it's something we need to think about.
Ooh, too much slack. Gotta get closer.
I wish I didn't have to care politically, but being a woman and a gay one at that says otherwise. I mean, you're not wrong. Because they aren't going to fight for you. They're just going to make you promises so you can get your fucking vote. I mean, you're not wrong, though. And it's sad.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City, tomorrow night.
That's good, but this is better.
God, it's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
All right. With that said, is that your trophy for tailing done? Yeah. I feel like we would have got it done a long time ago, but we've been distracted with other shit. So I'm gonna go make a drink and then pee, and I will be right back. Yeah, we were talking about cooking a gator, and then we were talking about Trump getting assassinated. Whoa, what a fucking eventful fucking night. Alright. Well, alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna pee and make a drink. I'll be right back.
Ah, discovered nemesis. Give me it, give me it, give me it, give me it. Boom! Platinum trophy, 111. Here we go. 6 toes. I do have 2 dicks though. One of them is permanently stuck in my ass. I got double platinum in the beta because I'm a fucking boss. Just kidding. Yeah, MMOs do get really good, get old really quick. Yeah! Boom! Squeak that one through. Aren't you a sweetie? I gotta earn sit on my face points, you know what I'm saying? No.
Barry? Why isn't he inside?
Pickle Rick!
Oh god.
It's perfect timing. You're like, why isn't he outside? Then you just see him running, and all of a sudden, Pickle Rick! This is what you wanted.
Of course, I had to put them on my seat.
This is what you want.
Now that is beauty. That is beauty right there.
Give me time to go run and grab my... Predator Gold, 100%, Platinum, Perfect Night, BAM! We got it.
Just finger in the butthole.
We got our achievement. Oh, you ate that one straight to the face. Oh, I shot him off the planet Earth! amazing.
Oh, it's getting tighter. It's like my head's getting fatter or something. This is actually not bad. Like, this is like one of the best masks to wear because I can still actually see. And we have different eyes. We have different eyes. I don't want it. I gotta, though. I gotta, Sally. Alright, food's here. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my wings. My wings! Yeah, I'm gonna throw up.
Please get up is what Dirty said. Super hot. It's like 105 right now. Oh my gosh, it's 105 where you are? It's only like 7. Worse, okay. Alright, give me this. Like a Fortnite character.
Clip this, guys. Clip. Yeah.
A clip isn't a moment. It's a moment. It's 30 seconds.
Okay. Lights out. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. First of all, let's not call this guy a sniper. A sniper wouldn't have missed the target from 120 meters. Don't give him that title. He hasn't earned it. I can hit a target from 120 meters. And I'm not a sniper. So let's put that into perspective here. The men and women who are snipers in the United States military are legit fucking badasses. Have you seen the video with the sound? No, I haven't seen it. I'm not going to dig into it anymore tonight. I might read up on it after stream. Every Call of Duty player is laughing at him right now. Exactly. He went for the 360 no scope. I could probably hit a fucking 120 meter target with a bow and arrow, if I'm just being honest. This person did not know what the fuck they were doing. Wow. And I haven't really fired a gun since I left the military, and I can guarantee I can still do it. I can still hit a 120 meter target like no fucking problem. Like without breaking a sweat. After this, head back to the police station. In doing so, you will want to collect the clues here by looking at a contraband list by tapping. Okay.
You can drive.
Speaking of Call of Duty, guys, I didn't even mention it. I got my Advanced Warfare Platinum this morning.
Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Homicide detectives Bukowski and Galloway have information relating to the Randall case.
I still have to do the Zombies
Roger, KGPL.
DLC, but the
11K,
Platinum is
en
done.
route.
That's Platinum Trophy 250. Or not 250, 225.
Carl Evan King, go ahead.
R&I reports the last arresting officer for DOA, Jimmy LeBlanc, was patrolman Fred Wallace. He was working a shift on Hollywood 9th Beat, Sunset Boulevard, between Gordon and Wilcox.
Carl Evan K, en route.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy. Here you go.
Thanks.
Dirty, you're killing me with these
Cigarette
memes.
case on there?
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud. Julia Randall's ring. It's here. The thing was, he was a really nice guy. I felt bound to tolerate him. Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad. Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
The worst part was he was wearing a grunt style shirt. What's a grunt style shirt? Military branding clothing for vets typically. Oh. Well, then there's no excuse for him to miss that shot. He probably didn't do his grouping test first. Making the rest of us look bad. Dirty is a vet. Yep. I could tell by looking at that photo he was no vet.
Well, this day was a total waste of makeup.
Fucking dude. That one was good. That one was good. You bought us a real piece of shit.
Can you drive to this one?
I told him to make fun of people. It's his job is to make fun of people. That one was pretty good. You gotta admit, that one was pretty good.
Come on, let's give him a hand. Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Kill a cop, and it's the electric chair.
But I kill you, and it's okay. But
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them. They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
all roads seem to be leading to this Willie guy. I wonder if he's got a big Willie.
You're behind the wheel.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Am I guessing that you love me?
Nice house.
We still haven't even gotten through this one fucking case, guys. This is a long fucking case.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eastrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations.
If
in
you
my
paid
own
25K back in the 40s for a cigarette case, you're fucking out of your mind.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Okay, so for this trophy, I have to get to the next location without hitting anything. No damage. So Esperanza was playing GW Bridge from S.H.I.E.L.D. apparently. Well, then the good news is that rules him out from playing Xavier. So there is that. Alright, I have to be super fucking careful.
Take the next left.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
Keep going straight.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
What is sogging it, sister? You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
You need to take the next right. Stay straight on this road. Keep straight. Go straight at the next intersection. Go straight over.
Straight through the next intersection.
Driving Miss Daisy over here.
Straight ahead. Go straight.
Straight through the next intersection.
Straight through the intersection.
Straight through the next intersection.
Straight over. Go straight through. Take the next right. Straight through the intersection. You need to take the next right. Turn left when you can. Turn left up ahead. Turn left when you can.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
There we go. There's our trophy. You suck at map navigating? Of course I do. That game will end friendships? What fucking game? Chain? What the fuck is Chain?
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
Well, chained together?
It's just nice and awkward.
Stop!
Don't
LAPD!
count, Cole. This guy's our case.
Put your hands in the air! Give it up, LAPD!
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How'd I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry? You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
All right, I'm looking this up real quick. Chained Together. It's on Steam, so it's not like I can fucking play it. Steam and PC. So one, I can't play it. Two, it looks kind of boring. And three, if Dirty didn't suck so much at games, it looks fucking easy. Bitch, I know you're non-plumbing ass ain't talking shit.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
You're lying, Henry.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties, find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was gonna marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was gonna create a new gang.
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death.
Can we now
Why would
refer
I
to
need to
Trump
run?
as the Teflon Don?
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. I had to pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
Your first burglary was a Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get him to do whatever she wished. He threw the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Guess the wedding's off. He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
Should have never told you that.
Has its own responsibilities.
Ah, we've only gotten one case done tonight. The DLC cases are pretty long.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
was a Demolition Ranch shirt. The owner,
I
Matt,
told
is
you
not happy
never
about
to
this.
come. Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. You know that I loved her. I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
Oh, the practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry.
He's taking a nap with a lot of blood
My
coming
wife,
out of his
my
head. He's
children,
perfectly
you're my
fine.
friends, and I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Wow, all
Didn't see
right.
that coming.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
That old boy
That will
really
mess up
fell
his
for that
business.
broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy, as long as they're in their place and doing what they're told. Thank God I didn't park there.
Can you drive to this
All right, for the next trophy, there will be a chase scene and then a shootout. Before we shoot the person down, we have to shoot out all the letters of the Broadway sign.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him both of us.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up. Gotta be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings.
There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Leah had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Good Lord, now we know who took the same training as the shooter. I had to shoot the sign. I wasn't shooting the guy, I had to shoot the sign. Kept missing the sign. A non-moving target from 50 feet away.
The whole company is gone, Hank. The major is dead. We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cows still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole. Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
I think we're gonna be done with the game for the night. We spent all night doing one fucking case.
Phelps.
These cases are
A
getting
shooting
longer
at the
and longer.
111 Club, 6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
Two of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
All right. With that in mind, I'm gonna take a second to piss, and we're gonna pull a crispy comic out of the press, and we're gonna put it in a bag and board, and we're gonna show it off. We'll be right back. Because one of the ones we bought today, the first appearance of Miss Marvel, we're pulling out of the fucking press right now. Paging Mr. Wake. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. I didn't get any Chivos. None. I got no Chivos today. This is what I'm talking about, Hogs. Look at this shit. This game is so fucking glitchy. This is what you wanted.
Of course, had to put them on my scene.
This is what you want.
Now that is beauty. That is beauty right there.
Give me time to go run and grab my.
You gotta like the sound of that.
Oh. Oh. She totally Kamehameha'd me. Fuck, Goku. Holy shit. Pow. Stop. No. Ah! Oh. Ready? 1, 2, 3. God, you both fuck off! Fuck you! Woo! Okay. So I've got it out of the press. I got my gloves on because we do not want fingerprints on the book. So for all of you that do not know what a press looks like, I have an actual press that presses and does the heating and things. But this is how it comes out. So this is a metal plate that I use to evenly conduct the heat across the entire comic book. Here's the comic book here. So we have our first backing board. Then we have the book. This is trash. We can't use this again. That's fucking gone. And then obviously we have more paper and another thing on the bottom. Okay, so we have this comic. Now, one thing I did notice, and maybe it's the reason they marked this down, right here, you guys see this white line? I don't know what this is. Whether it's a printing error, but it's definitely it's a discoloration in the color. And I don't know what it is. Like, it's not abrasive, like it's smooth, like it feels like it's a part of the cover. This may affect our grade. Right here. It's a color rub. Okay. So now we're gonna take this stuff out. It looks fucking good. I got the spine ticks out earlier. because it had some spine ticks. I ironed out the spine ticks earlier. It would knock it to a 9.6 or 9.4. I'm okay with that. So we have our interior page. This is for the front cover. Then we have our center backing boards. This is where the staples are at, so that way the staples don't press through. Now, specifically on Marvel Comics, there's 2 additional sheets that go through because they have the digital they have the scan for your digital comic bullshit in it, and it's a sticker, and if you press it and you don't put those sheets in between it, it will press the sticker through the pages. And then we have our backing board. Also, all of these pages, useless. We can't use them again. They go in the trash. They aren't firm and solid like they used to be. There's lines in them from the press. These are gone. We can't use them again. I mean, it looks good. I think this is going to be $9.4. I think we're going to get a $9.4. First appearance of Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. Fresh bag and board. And that is done. It's definitely a color rub. Yeah. He had it marked down at a 6.5. At a 6.5. That's why I got it so cheap. Like, there's no way this is a 6.5. I'm thinking 9.4, 9.2. There were spine ticks, but I got them all out. There's no creasing. There's no color breaking creasing. There was some bends, but I got those bends out. Can you color it back in? No, you cannot do that. Nope, not whatsoever. You'll get a purple label. There were some spine ticks. Like right here, they're still kind of there. But I got most of them out. I think it came out good. For $10. Another $20 to get it slabbed and graded. So $30 into this. This is going to be a $200 book. Easy. You know, Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. It was her first appearance. You're excited about the Star Wars, by the way? You have no idea. Well, I already have a 7.5, and so I'm gonna clean and press that one, and I'm gonna send it in, and I'm obviously gonna give you the lower of the two. But honestly, looking at it, I'm gonna put this. I'll go grab the Star Wars. I'll go grab the Star Wars. Ugh. got the Star Wars. Okay. So this is my current Star Wars #1 in a 7.5. And I knew it was going to be rough when I got it. But I did the best I could on it, and I'm happy with a 7.5. Like, it's a Star Wars #1. You know, like it's a solid copy. I did the best I could. So here's the new one. If you send me that's staying in the PC forever. This honestly doesn't look so bad. Like, especially if I'm comparing the two. This hasn't been cleaned and pressed yet. So let's just put that there. This hasn't been cleaned and pressed yet. Oh, it's got some tanning. There's definitely some tanning going on right here. It definitely needs cleaned. It's very dirty. Oh. Well. They're both Newsies. I know why it was so cheap now. It doesn't have a lot of spine ticks. And the ones that are here would be very easy to clean up. There's some corner damage here, but that could be fixed with a press. It obviously needs some cleaning because it's a little color faded. So it's still worth slabbing no matter what. But this is why. Wait till you see this. There's obviously some tanning here. Now, if you pay attention, look real close. See this? That's pen. Somebody fucking wrote on it. And it's not just there. It's right here too. See that? And on the basketball hoop. Yep. And on the fucking basketball hoop. And down here. Well, now I know why it was so cheap. Damn, man, and that's sad too, because this is a pretty... Aside from the writing, this is a pretty decent copy otherwise. Like, this probably, if you iron out the spine ticks, give it a good clean and press, this probably could have been an 8.5. Ah, smell that old paper. What if you got the pen off? I may be able to get the pen off. I have to see. I may be able to get the pen off. Just because I've yeah, it'll be a combination of the eraser and then a combination of the eraser, and then when I was looking into this before, there's a mixture. It's like 50% peroxide alcohol and water, and they use a Q-tip, dip it in the solution, and then rub that solution over the ink area, let it sit for like 30 minutes, and then kind of like wipe it away and then try to erase it. I'll pull one of the old fucking bullshit ones I have over there and write on it just to see and try to see if I can figure it out and make it work. Because if I can get that ink out, if I can get this ink out, this is gonna be a pretty decent copy. This is gonna be like an 8.5 if I can get that ink out. Yeah. Well, fuck me. I wish and I couldn't see it because when you buy it from the store, it's like this. You can't see the fucking back of the book. Still worth it for what I paid. I paid $40. I paid $40 for it. Still worth it. It's a Star Wars #1, man. It's still fucking worth it. You still would have bought it, let's be real. Yeah, because it's the Star Wars 1. It's worth $40 paying for that fucking thing, no matter who fucking wrote on it. Put those gloves back on. I have some extra work for you to do. That's sad. I'm gonna work on this one tomorrow. Yeah, if I can get this ink out, this is going to be a good copy. And it'll present well. And I'm trying to remember what they ding this one on. I think this one just had too many spine ticks. And too many of them were color breaking. Yeah. So I'm worried about tomorrow. Why are you worried about tomorrow? Lady Thor bought me your highest one. No, it's not really a high value one. It's like a fucking $8 comic book. It's technically the first appearance of Lady Thor, but it's not the first appearance of Lady Thor, aka Jane Foster Lady Thor. So it's not really worth a lot, but it's still kind of like a cool collectible item. My aviation gin is being delivered, but I have to go meet up with my little sister. If I miss the delivery, I'm going to be pissed because it requires a signature. Oh, well then fucking... Oh, I gotta show you in my opinion, the coolest out of the stuff I got today. Your little sister will understand. Okay, hold on. I'm getting this book that I got today. I know that this book isn't worth a lot on its own, but like the pureness of this was like, okay, so this is Speed Racer number 1. It's from volume 2. So it's not Speed Racer volume 1 number 1. It's volume 2 number 1, right? It's still a number 1. That's cool. Now, this specific issue. I want to point out, guys, I got this. See this blue sticker? I got this for $2. $2 fucking dollars. No, it's from Now Comics. Now this book is polybagged. It is still in the polybag. Right? Now this was a mass printed book, but there was a special edition of this book. 500 copies. If you see it over here, this is number 6 of 500. And by the way, this polybag, that's real fucking ink. That's not printed. That's fucking signed. Signed over here by the writer. And down here by the artist. And there's a sticker on the polybag, one of only 500, and inside the polybag is an actual like Speed Racer fucking pop thing. It's legit signed. That's a legit signature put in a polybag. One of 500, $2 fucking dollars. It's called a Pog. It's all in the... I was like, yo, bro, this is for $2 fucking bucks? Get the fuck out of here. Like, please. It's legit signed. It's signed by the author or the writer and the artist. I thought this was a fucking steal. I was like, what the fuck is this in the $2 bin? No, it is not. It is not a reprint. It's volume 2, so it's not volume 1, Speed Racer 1. It's volume 2. But I'm like, this is cool. This is with these SIGs. This is easily a $50 book. Easily. Maybe more. I don't know. I have to gauge the interest. You know what I mean? But like, it is easily a $50 book. Easily. And I got it for $2. So, no, they did not have a Knight Rider comic. And I went through everything. I went through everything in the store. He basically come up to me. So the guy that owns this comic shop, he's an older dude named Dave. And I get steals from this guy. I got your pocket thingy. I'll go get your pocket thingy. Dirty, here is your pocket thingy. It is sealed, sorta. It seems like whatever this thing is kind of starting to poke out of the bottom. Like the cellophane glue isn't totally glued all the way here, so whatever this is poking out of the bottom. I don't know what it is, but it's still completely sealed and in the package. And it was only $10. It's instructions on how to put it together. Okay, well they're kind of, if you look right here, not that you can see it on the fucking camera, but the part where this cellophane plastic is connected is starting to come apart right here for about an inch, and that's what's making this thing come down, and I keep shoving it back up in there. But other than that, it's sealed. Yeah, the glue is wearing out. Yeah, but this guy Dave, he's got this comic shop. And bless his heart, but Dave doesn't use the internet. He still prices his books based off of the comic price guide catalogs that you used to get back in the fucking 2000s and 90s. So he will get stuff in. He doesn't have a ton of toys. No, he doesn't have a ton. He's got a little bit, not a lot. Yeah, yeah, he is. He's using Wizard to price his shit. He's using these fucking like physical books to price his shit. And then like I'll go in there and like, for instance, Star Wars, he only wanted $40 for it because it was damaged. Obviously because of the writing. He didn't tell me about the writing. But he only wanted $40 for it. And he had it graded at a 4.5. He's also a very harsh grader. That's another thing too. So like he graded that 0.1 at a 6.5. And I was like, let me go ahead and clean and press this. And this is an easy 9 and above. Easy 9 and above. So basically he gets shit in there all the time. And if you got the money, you can get fucking steals. He's got a Captain America #1 right now sitting behind the counter. He wants $1,000 for it. And I do not think that it's an unreasonable price. I just can't drop $1,000. Go get you that 181. Dirty, I'm not getting you that 181. And I'm going to be real with you. I couldn't find it on the CGC. And so then I emailed and called CGC with the CGC registry number. And the CGC confirmed that it was a fake number. It is not officially graded. So it could be a real 181, just not a real grade. I don't know, but that's not an official slab. That is confirmed by CGC. I called and emailed and asked about it. So I was thinking that maybe I could use that information with Tater to maybe get it for like $1,000 on trade. Or do you think that's fucking crazy? Because I don't think 1,000 on trade is unreasonable if it's not a real slab. You know what I mean? It's not a real slab. Whether it's a real comic book or not, it's not a real slab. If I can get it 1,000 on trade, and I've already showed it to them, and we're talking about it. But if I can get 1,000 on trade for that 181, I crack it, and it is a real 181. I clean it and press it. I resubmit it, and it comes back at a 6. Let's just say it's a 6, because I don't know what the damage is. I don't know what the damage is because I haven't seen it up close. But a 6, fucking worth it. You know what I mean? If you can work this out, it'll be handy with eye contact. I'm talking to him about it. We're trying to work it out. I think that I'm probably the only one that knows that it's not a real slab, and I haven't put them on blast yet because of it. And they know that I know. But they haven't. I don't know that anybody else knows. And so I feel like maybe they're in this situation right now, and they probably are, where they're like, fuck, we're not going to tell anybody because we're trying to move this fucking slab for $2,500. I guarantee you that's exactly what they're doing. They haven't told anybody that it's fake. I guarantee you that's what they're doing. I mean, I could put them on blast on their social, but I don't want to do that, you know? Like, I go there all the time. Like, I understand y'all need to make money, but you know what I mean? I need that comic in my lifetime. Yeah, and I mean, that's why I think I'm gonna go buy. I think I'm gonna go buy tomorrow and just talk to him in person about it and say, like, hey, because I'm tired of going back and forth with Facebook Messenger and be like, can we work something out? I've been after this book for 2 decades. If I can get it, man, I'll get it for you. If I can get it. I'm gonna fucking try. You know, I'm gonna try, but I can't promise anything. Alright, let's... Wow. Yeah. All right. We're gonna raid out. It's kind of late. We didn't get shit in the game done tonight. We got the 1 DLC case, which is 5 trophies, so that's fine. Hold on, let me sync my trophies. And we're gonna go raid out. We're gonna go raid. Talk to you tomorrow, brother. I'll call you. All right. Remember, I did get my Advanced Warfare trophy today, so I did my Call of Duty trophy done today. And we will not do LA Noire tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna do something different. I don't know what that's gonna be yet, though. It may be Final Fantasy 14, and it may be a first attempt at zombies on Advanced Warfare. We may work on some zombies, because I do have to learn the thing. I have to learn the Easter egg. I have to figure all that out. Press comics. Yeah, but it only takes like 30 minutes. We could still do that, but it only takes like 30 minutes. Like, comic in front of me, Working on it takes 15, 20, 30 minutes, depending on how bad the comic is, right? And then it goes in the press with the heat on for 25 minutes, and then I turn the heat off, and it sits there for hours. And that's it. It's done. It's not an active thing. You don't have to do a lot other than the initial work, right? So we may work on zombies tomorrow, and we may do Final Fantasy 14. I just hit level 91 in Final Fantasy 14, but yet I am not in Dawn Trail story yet. I am still in Endwalker story, and I'm already level 91. So, I don't know. Maybe that'll be a maybe. We'll figure that out tomorrow. That's tomorrow, David's problem. Okay. I had already somebody picked out. We're gonna go raid Zero. You guys, you know Zero is a trophy hunter. He is also working on Trackmania Turbo, just like Shay Shay. And we're gonna go say hi to this guy. He used to be Red. I can't remember what his name used to be. I don't understand people changing their names all the fucking time.
Yeah, get fucked, bitch. Punch her in your goddamn rock hard abs, you freaking beautiful woman.
It still cracks me up. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and love.